Hello everybody out there in Facebook world. It's Amber Griffiths with Your Brand by Design, and I'm coming to you live right now. I'm at an event, and it's a 3-day event here in Salt Lake City, and I am changing what I was going to talk to y'all about because this is one of those events where you spend a couple hours and you're like, wow, this is amazing. But here's what I'm learning. And it's one of those things my father's always told me. Those of you who know me or have heard me speak, you know I get a lot of my snarkiness from my father. And one of the things he has always said since birth is, if it's worth doing at all, it's worth doing well. And if it's not worth doing well, it sure as heck isn't worth doing. So I'm sitting here at an event, and they're encouraging everybody to play big, play full on, do it 100%. And I realized that I had some resistance to that at first because I'm tired and because I'm not yet comfortable in my surroundings, right? You walk into an event, there's 50 people, and it's going to take me a minute or two to feel comfy. But I also hear my father in my head going, if it's worth doing, do it 100%. If it's worth doing, then it's worth doing well. And so as I'm sitting in my chair trying to decide how big I actually want to play today, I thought, if I'm not going to play 100%, I should go home. I should go do something better with my time. I should, if it's not worth 100% of my effort, 100% of my attention, and 100% of my energy, then I should go find something else that is, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I apply this to business, to branding, of course, and just to life in general, if it's kind of like a few years ago, probably a decade now, my husband and I were at a movie. And we realized about a third of the way in, we weren't enjoying the movie. We had no care whatsoever how it ended. That wasn't even an interest to us. And I realized that the money's already been spent. So how much more time am I going to waste, right? If it's not worth doing well, it's not worth doing. So quit wasting your time and go do something that's worth your energy. So I'm encouraging you today to look at what you're doing in your business. Look at how you are treating your clients. Look at how you're approaching your phone calls, your webinars, your thank you cards. Look at how you're approaching your social medias. Look at how you are approaching every single thing that you do, every single piece of marketing collateral that you create, every single piece of your brand that you are creating and supporting and sharing with your ideal clients so that it helps your business grow. If it's not worth doing well, it sure as heck ain't worth doing. Knock it off. If your heart isn't into it, if you are not 100% committed to it, it's part of why I tell you to claim 100% of your voice. If your voice is worth having, which it is, you have a unique voice to share a story that only you can share. So do it at 100%. Claim it, own it, live it, share it, love it. Do it all, and do it at 100%. If it's worth doing it all, it's worth doing really well. So take a look at everything you're doing today, do it 100%. And if it's not worth doing 100%, don't be afraid to walk away from it. If it's not paying off, if it doesn't serve you anymore, if it doesn't move you forward in your business, don't be afraid to cut it from the program. Don't be afraid to stop doing it, stop having energy about it, and move on. So have a fabulous day, claim it 100%, and live it and love it. Rock on.